Okay, so I'm getting a lot of comments that show me that people are very confused about the situation. People seem to think that the inspector works for the apartment building and was like the building manager or something. The inspection I had today came from the housing authority. The woman who visited my apartment does not own this building. So she did not come in aggressive and angry because I'm being evicted or because something is broken or because I'm ruining her building. Y'all are saying, yeah, I'd be aggressive too if somebody like you was living in my building. I'm not living in her building. She is paid by the housing authority to inspect Section 8 units in any building. So it's not just this building. It's possible she's never been to this building. I think I'm the only person in this building that has a Section 8. Everybody else here has regular rent. So y'all saying that she came and she was mad because I'm destroying her apartment, it's not hers. It's just her job to inspect it. And the second thing is people are saying that I should have had a list and known what to tell her. No. The housing authority gives her a very specific list of what needs to pass. I don't know exactly what's on that list. It is her job to come in and check off. When I had inspections before, because they do this twice a year, it's always the man comes with a clipboard in his hand. And on this clipboard, he has a piece of paper that has all of the things on it that he needs to check. The fire alarm, the heat, the stove. She didn't come in with this checklist. She came in demanding that I tell her everything so that she could be on her way, and that's not the way it's supposed to work. And I freeze up. When I'm confronted with somebody, even if I know they're coming, I freeze up. My brain freezes up and I don't communicate properly. Sometimes I just start crying. It's not supposed to be on me to know what is a pass and a fail on my inspection. If it was, they would have no reason to send somebody to inspect the apartment. They could just call me and say, hey, is your place still good? Okay, cool. We believe you. But another thing, and an inspector told me this before, they can't just take my word. They have this list of things that they're supposed to look at, and they cannot take my word on something is working or not working. They have to check it. When the heat was not working last winter, I told them I didn't care that the heat wasn't working. I didn't need it. And he said he had to check it and have it fixed anyway because it was part of the inspection. It was part of the unit passing. So y'all are putting things on me that are not on me. A Section 8 is different from a regular apartment. They have to have different, there's different things that it has to pass. Like a different apartment in this building could be completely falling apart and nobody would have to do anything unless, the proper paperwork was filed and stuff. But with this apartment, they have to keep it checked regularly because the government is paying for it. And that's why I have to have these inspections to begin with. So it's very strict, and they have their own guidelines and rules that are not for me to know. They're for her to know because it's her job. My role in this is the schizophrenic tenant. Even if I tell them something is wrong, there's a possibility that what's wrong doesn't really exist. So they're supposed to know what they're coming to look for. And I can give you an example of that. When I first moved in and people were really getting to my head, there was a spot on my ceiling and it was growing. And I thought it was leaking water or mold. And it convinced me, I thought it was going to kill me. I thought it was some kind of a deadly mold that was growing and it was going to come after me. There was never anything in the corner of that ceiling. They came and checked it, they painted over it, they checked for weak spots. That particular part of the ceiling was never leaking. But because I see shadows sometimes, they came back twice to make sure that it was okay. They can't go off of what I say because I'm not all there mentally. They're supposed to know what they're doing. It's their job. That's what confused me so bad about the way today went.